Now this is the best barbecue pork you will ever eat.
The more traditional way of making it is using fermented tofu, the red color. That's what gives the char siu the red color traditionally. And
So we're not using food coloring
No,
today.
we're not. Whatever you do not just like eat it like a chunk of tofu because this stuff is salty. If you eat the whole thing, I'm warning you, you would like regret it and maybe die. Do you want to try a piece of the tofu? This is just a teensy little bit.
It's so salty!
Okay, 2 pieces of this fermented bean curd.
That's only 1 piece.
I know, I'm telling people it's 2 pieces, okay? So 2 pieces of these guys. Shaoxing wine, 1 tablespoon. Dark soy sauce, this is mainly for coloring. 1 tablespoon of regular soy sauce. 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce. 1 teaspoon of fresh spice powder. 1/4 teaspoon of white pepper. 1 tablespoon of sugar. So this guy is called Maltose, and I don't know if you've ever had it before. When we were kids, what we usually do is we grab some chopsticks and you like kind of stick it in there, and then you try to like, well, I feel like this is gonna break the chopsticks. But I feel like this is kind of like Chinese maple syrup, and then you would eat it like this, or you get like 2 saltine crackers and put it in between and kind of like eat it like that, so it's like sweet and salty. And this is like a treat for kids. You know how in Quebec they have the maple syrup and they put it on the ice and then you kind of like roll up and eat it? Kind of the same deal.
You can replace this with honey. But just keep in mind that honey is
much more
sweeter.
If you use some water and then get the Maltose, I think it comes off easier, but let's see how it goes.
Don't bend our good spoons. This is not gonna mix in. Maybe we should microwave it.
You're just like enjoying a freaking Maltose while I'm like working hard here.
This is really good.
So while he is mixing, I'll get 2 cloves of garlic and like give this a good little smash. Good smash. Good smash. And then this would go in to the marinade bag later. Do we need to microwave it a little bit?
Yes.
Okay.
It looks good, it looks good.
Alright, let's mix it. So the reason why you would want to use like Maltose is because like it kind of gives the sauce the richness, and you know how char siu, like the really good ones, they would have like a rich coating of sauce on top, kind of like a honey consistency. So Maltose kind of gives you that consistency and have that sauce stuck on top of the meat. So usually for char siu, we would use a pork butt.
We have already cut this. It's about a pound.
Pork butt, why we usually choose that is because it has a good amount of fat and a good amount of lean meat. When I usually go buy char siu, I will ask for 半肥瘦, so half fat, half lean. That's the type of char siu I like.
Ziploc bag, check.
A good freezer one.
So we're putting this into the bag.
Okay, chuck the 2 pieces of garlic in there.
2 pieces of garlic going in.
Okay, and chuck the sauce in. Make sure all of the meat is coated, but you can also save some for later when we actually finish it off with the broiler, so we can baste it. Well, we're gonna sous vide it first.
We are sous videing because we want the perfect texture and temperature for our barbecue pork.
Yes.
So we're going to massage it a little bit, make sure we have enough sauce.
Okay, so this baby goes into the fridge for 24 hours. All right, let's do it.
We're gonna get our trusty food saver. We're gonna put them in the food saver bags. We're gonna drop this into our sous vide at 140 for 8 hours. After you take it out of the water bath, you're gonna wanna cool it quickly so bacteria doesn't get a chance to form. From here, you can put it straight into the fridge or freezer and make it some other time. I'm gonna make it right now, so we're gonna go from there. But once it's cooled, we take it out. We are going to start making our barbecue pork. We're gonna put our oven to broil, baste with some of the leftover liquid. You're gonna want to put a little bit of water in the tray, and this will just make sure that if any drippings, they don't burn under the broiler. We're in. We'll put in for 15 minutes, applying a new layer of glaze every 5 minutes. This will help to develop a nice, thick crust.
This is the finishing glaze. 1 tablespoon of maltose, 1 tablespoon of honey, 1 tablespoon of water. Microwave until mixable.
You can also use a blowtorch until it's nice and charred. Which piece?
I'll get a 半肥瘦, half fat, half skinny. Alright, here we go. 叉燒啊！好叉燒啊！我從來未食過咁好嘅叉燒啊！救命啊！
It was really good.
I know, I was not expecting the most tender char siu I've ever eaten in my life. I think one thing I would do would be increase the sweetness a little bit more.
That's what I was thinking.
Let's brush another layer of that. That's just finishing glaze. Brush another layer, then we're good. It's supposed to be like matzup, right? Matzup is like kind of like you see in those barbecue stores, like it's always like dripping. That's a layer of honey or like maltose. It's supposed to be like a thick layer like that. My piece gets a little bit as well. Then I think it's good.
They're really good. That's all I know how to say now.
And the cool thing is that, you know, like if you like when you do a sous vide, the whole thing is already cooked. Usually, like if you cook it in the oven, sometimes the char is like in one area, and then the thick part is not charred at all. But here you can kind of control how much you char it because you can like use the torch, the blowtorch.
It's so tender.
I'm talking, okay?
Another
and
slice?
the good thing, yes. And then the good thing is that with the sous vide, you can marinate the meat, chuck in the freezer, and then I can have char siu anytime you want. Well, I mean, this whole thing is gone. We'll have 2 more slices. If you want to see any more recipes, comment below. Let us know what you want us to experiment on or try. And, you know, subscribe if you like us, and happy char siu eating. And if you haven't watched God of Cookery, you must watch God of Cookery.
It is the best movie ever.
Yeah. I think the next thing
After
we should
Shaolin
do,
Soccer.
I think the next thing we should do is the beef ball. And then you can dress up like that guy.
Okay.
All right.